Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toys Page channel in Malaysia. Hot Wheels and Transformers have wasted no time in putting out new product from their crossover collaboration this year, and I have been covering all of it here on the channel over the last few months. Most of the stuff has been insanely hard to find, but there's one item in particular that seems to be really hard to find for an entirely different reason. Okay, so Hot Wheels did launch a dedicated Transformers wave comprised of five 164 scale diecast vehicles from the Michael Bay movies, and these are Crosshairs, which I've reviewed here on the channel. Go check out that video if you haven't already. They've also put out the Drift Bugatti Veyron, the Stinger Pagani Huayra, and there's also this custom Volkswagen Bumblebee that I'm looking to review next on the channel, so look out for that one. But in this assortment, there's supposed to be a fifth vehicle, and that's the very cool looking Ford Mustang Barricade. Barricade being the Decepticon that was first introduced to us in the 2007 Transformers the movie live action experience, one of the coolest Decepticons, and he has an alternate police car mode that's really rugged and macho looking. And this thing is very deceptive for sure, all right, because he's supposed to be law enforcement, but he's actually a bad guy, right? Now, just to be clear, I've not been able to find any of these Hot Wheels Transformers at retail here in Malaysia. None of these cars have turned up anywhere on the shelves at any department store. So I'd have to get them from online sellers, various sellers and stuff like that. And when it came to this particular wave, they were only selling it in packs of four, right? They only had the four vehicles in the series and not the fifth one, which is Barricade. So I started hearing early on that Barricade was like this insanely rare car from the wave. And to me, probably at first, I thought that, well, that just seems like what happened with the 2007 movie. Okay, because when that movie came out, Barricade was almost nowhere to be found, right? You had to have been there. Okay, at that time, Barricade was one of the first vehicles from that assortment to fetch something like 2 to 3 times its original price. So yes, getting hold of Barricade was really, really tough. And everybody just basically knew that he was the hottest, most sought after Decepticon figure from that whole assortment. Just the coolest character that we saw on screen. And when it came to this new Hot Wheels assortment, when I saw that they had announced Barricade, I kind of did suspect that he would be hard to get. But now it seems like there's something else that's going on here. So on the cross sell on the back of the cards, you can see that we have images of all of the vehicles being represented. These are all the vehicles in the series, but one of them appears to have been covered up with a sticker. Okay, this seems to have been professionally done, I guess. And once you peel the sticker off, you find out that it's actually covering up the image of the Ford Mustang Barricade. Okay, so they don't even want this thing to be advertised anywhere on the packaging. It's like it didn't exist. All right, so what's going on here? Okay, what's happening with this particular vehicle? I see that it has turned up in some collectors' hands. Some people do have it, especially internationally. I'm not really sure what the situation here is in Asia for now. Some people are selling it online, but it seems to be very exorbitantly priced. Okay, much higher, way much higher than the rest of the cars, which are also equally hard to find, like I said. Now, based off the reports from several trusted news sites and sources online, it turns out that this particular vehicle has been officially recalled. Okay, they're recalling back all of the stocks that have been put out there in the market. Well, as much as they can, I suppose. I'm sure a lot of it has also ended up in the hands of collectors. So apparently this thing has been recalled because of the fact that it features Barricade's infamous phrase right there in the vehicle, in which it states that he's there to punish and enslave. Okay, you guys will remember this. It's been a permanent fixture of the Barricade vehicle since 2007, since every one of his incarnations since then. Okay, every different version, every different scale has had this phrase printed there on the vehicle body. All right, but then apparently now, perhaps in 2024, it's a bit difficult to have something like this out there, like a kid's toy, to be out there in the market with this particular phrase, especially maybe if it's a police car and you have words like this written right there on the vehicle. I guess it's sending a really bad message. Okay, well, at least in 2024, okay, with social media being what it is and people being a lot more sensitive about how they feel about every single thing, and I guess something like this could easily just be misunderstood. I don't know. Okay, either way, this is supposed to be a fantasy vehicle. It is not in any way supposed to be real. Okay, there is no actual police car out there that transforms into a Decepticon robot. Okay, and if they were, okay, you can bet the Decepticon is supposed to be saying and doing some really nasty stuff. Okay, so something like this just falls in line with the characteristic of what Barricade is supposed to be. Okay, from way back in the 80s, we had all these Decepticons in the market. All of these toys, they all came with biodatas. They all had phrases of their own. Soundwave had something that said, cries and screams are music to my ears. Okay, that's pretty horrific. Okay, when you think about it, all right, that he enjoys torture in a way, okay, but it's just fantasy. That's what it's supposed to be. These are supposed to be bad guy robots. They're supposed to be doing stuff like this, saying stuff like that, living by these really nasty and unwholesome codes. Okay, so yes, right, in terms of the storyline and the plot, this is what you would expect from a character like Barricade, but apparently you just can't have a toy of him anymore that has these sentiments printed out, okay, on his robotic form. You just can't have that, right? Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this. Have you been collecting the Hot Wheels Transformers? And if so, have you been able to land this particular Barricade diecast vehicle? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll catch all of you again real soon. More content right here. Take care out there.